Hello and welcome to Leading Notes, the podcast exploring music leadership and its power to transform communities. I'm your host, Melissa Forbes, and today I'm sharing something rather special with you in this solo episode. After years of research, countless conversations with inspiring music leaders, and many early mornings at the keyboard, I'm no night owl, I'm absolutely thrilled to announce that my book, Making Music That Matters, Positive Music Leadership for Social Health, is now available from Routledge. Why did I write this book? We're living through what many are calling a loneliness epidemic. We are more disconnected from each other than ever before. Social isolation has become one of the most pressing public health challenges of our time. And while technology connects us digitally, many of us feel more disconnected than ever from our communities, from each other, sometimes even from ourselves. This is where music comes in. Not as entertainment, not as performance, not as just something to pass the time, but as medicine for our souls. Making Music That Matters weaves together research from positive psychology, leadership studies, and interpersonal neurobiology to show how musicians can create profound social impact while also building deeply fulfilling careers. I've organised the book into 3 parts. So in the first part, we really look at this idea of leading the self. So as a musician, do you understand your strengths? How do you maintain your well-being? How can you craft a sustainable, meaningful career in music that goes beyond the traditional pathways? In the second part of the book, we dive into leading others. How do you, as a musician, create those magical moments where a group of strangers becomes a community through song? What are the practical skills and frameworks for facilitating transformative musical experiences? In the final section of the book, we examine the broader context. How does this work fit into our communities, our healthcare systems, our understanding of what music can be and do in society? So, who is the book for? Well, let me paint you a few scenarios. So, perhaps you are a trained musician who's feeling a bit lost in the traditional career landscape. You love music, but the audition, competition, performance treadmill isn't feeding your soul. You're wondering if there's a way to use your skills that feels more meaningful, more connected to community needs. This book shows you pathways you may not have considered, from leading a singing group in an aged care facility to facilitating a workplace choir that transforms organisational culture. Or maybe you're already working in community music, running choirs, facilitating music sessions in hospitals or schools. You know deep down that what you're doing matters, but you may struggle to articulate its value to funders, to administrators, maybe sometimes even to yourself, because we've got this very deeply preconceived idea of what excellence looks like as musicians. This book gives you the language, the frameworks, and the evidence base to champion your work effectively and to better understand its value for yourself as well. Perhaps you're a music educator looking to prepare your students for the real world of 21st century music careers. You know that many of your graduates won't become concert soloists or orchestra members, and you want to equip them with the skills for diverse portfolio careers, the types of careers they're likely to have. Or you might be a health professional, say a social worker who's witnessed music's power to connect and heal. You're interested in social prescribing, arts-based interventions, in finding non-pharmaceutical ways to address this crisis of connection. This book provides evidence-based frameworks for understanding how and why music works as an amazing social health intervention. Now, this book isn't just theoretical. I really wanted it to be accessible and practical. So you'll find strategies for building psychological safety in groups. You'll find tools for evaluating and articulating your impact to stakeholders. You'll find guidance on self-leadership, understanding your strengths, and really solid leadership frameworks with musical examples throughout. Each chapter ends with a call and response section. So this is an opportunity for you to think about the content in the chapter, and it has reflective questions and exercises that you can use either individually or, even better, get together with some colleagues and discuss. Because just like music, these ideas are really at their best when they're part of a conversation. So this book has been a real journey of discovery for me. I've been a professional musician for over 20 years, and I've seen our industry change dramatically, and I've also seen music education at the university and college level change dramatically as well. And I've watched talented musicians leave the industry because they couldn't see a sustainable path forward. But on the other hand, I've also witnessed the incredible power of music to transform lives and communities when we are able to expand our definition of what it means to be a musician. And so this book is really my attempt to bridge those two realities, to show that there's a way to have a fulfilling, financially sustainable career in music while also addressing some of the most pressing challenges of our time, including this crisis of connection. If you're an educator interested in using this book in your courses, I'm always happy to connect with colleagues about how the book might support your curriculum. But beyond selling books, what I really hope is that this work contributes to a larger conversation about music's role in our communities, because I know that positive music leadership can be a powerful force for social health. And in these times of disconnection and division, we need that positive force more than ever. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and make sure to leave a review. I acknowledge that this podcast is produced on the lands of the Gayabal and Jarowair peoples of the Toowoomba region, and I pay my respect to all elders. Mark Schultes produced the original music for this podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go make music that matters.